Welcome, and Andarana Kashan, everybody. Welcome to our Dragon Age special here at the Transmissions in Death Sacrifice. Second session. In War, Victory. Before we introduce the story and our players, let me first provide the content warning, one which is very important for today's story. Dragon Age is a setting which has some dark and difficult themes, not only with some grisly horror, but also in its political and cultural tensions. There are power imbalances throughout the lands of Thedas. We may touch on those in our story. Mostly, our story deals with a blight, a magical plague that is spreading through the land, and the creatures that spread it. This is a deadly time, and the threat of death will be common. Rest assured, we will be as respectful and considerate as possible when we explore this topic, and we've discussed our lines and veils prior to today's session. We can check in with each other, but we want you to be mindful of your own comfort levels. As important as the story is to voice, your happiness and comfort should be paramount, and as such, we would never judge if you need to step away. That being said, my delightful players, can you please introduce yourselves and who you are? I'm Emma, or Hamily on the internet. I use they them pronouns, and I'm a storyteller.
Hello, everyone. I am Torin, or Torin Talks Creativity. My pronouns are she, they, and today I am playing Mir Nadas. Pronouns they, them. They are our Saharan converted elf that is just, we're doing great. We're doing great. Totally knows the world and knows who they are. Nah, it's great.
Hi, my name's Nick. My pronouns are he, him. I am playing Renard, who's also he, him. He is Orlesian exile, and he is a not so good guy. Former city guard and the so-called comedic relief of the group. He definitely thinks he's funnier than he actually is.
Hi everyone, I'm X or Phoenix Force on the internet. I use whatever pronoun you feel like, take your pick. And I am playing Tekla, who is our tiny tornado Dalish elf. Just a mage, nothing special, don't worry, all good.
Hey everyone, my name is Val, or Valdrian on the internet. I use any and all pronouns. Today I bring Latoya, our Ferelden Freeman. She uses she, her pronouns and is ranger, and is, she's here for a good time, not a long time.
There are many paths that can lead to the same destination. The Grey Wardens know there's more than most. To come from all walks of life, and yet, when it counts the most, they are the singular force against the tide of darkness. Our story follows four very different people who followed their own path that led them here to this destination, Antiva City. The Darkspawn are closing in around the walls, a hungry force ready to consume all that is within. Riding into the city with a heroic charge atop their griffins, the riders arrive, and some are called to speak with the royal family. The rest are instructed to investigate the city, find any weak spots in the defenses, and to help assess the possible evacuation of the city. As we look in now to the four riders, where do you suppose you would go first? To paint the picture, it's a decently sized city. It is at the coast. There's a port. There are still ships there currently, built into a slightly high risen mountainside on one end, and there are walls. But outside of those walls is an army. It has clearly had time to amass to quite some size, and the city is under siege. This is what you saw as you flew in. There's desperation in the city. People don't have an easy way out, and for the time being, they have not evacuated yet. So, as you land, would any of you take point and make any suggestions about where you would want to go first?
Light situation so far, like how overrun is the city? What are we looking at here?
Mm-hmm. Well, outside the city, like I say, a very, very large army, but they are still outside of the walls. There's nothing inside the city walls yet.
And the populace is still inside the walls.
Yes. Yeah. Very much backed into a corner here because other than the coastline out, none of the exits are free. They all have an army of Darkspawn at the other side of it.
Being the most, is it daytime or nighttime?
Daytime, I would say. You're right.
If that is the case, being that Toby would be the most camouflaged in the daytime, if Darkspawn were to look up, Latoya is going to suggest that she does a circle to get a feel of like what's going on behind the walls.
Okay. Would you all agree to it?
Yeah.
All right.
And I think Mir just wants to take notes of what the walls are actually like as well. Like, is there armaments on the top, that kind of thing. Like looking at what we're attempting to outside of it, but also I want to see what the current situation the walls are specifically.
Okay. So, one going aerial, one going to the walls. Are the other two going to wait for reports back? Do you have anything in particular you would do?
Renard wants to sort of take a look at the docks to see if there's a way to use the boats if there are any left to evacuate people.
Okay.
Stay close to where they landed so that the others can report back, but will kind of be like boots on the ground. I think she is very used to she's Dalish. They're used to moving a lot of people in sort of concert. So she's gonna try and get a sense of the populace and how everyone is feeling in sort of general.
Sure. Okay. So, up into the air we go first. For a Griffin Rider. Latoya, could you please roll me a perception roll? It is likely to be something visual that you are using here. What skill would you like to apply to what you're doing?
Searching.
Roll searching for me, please.
Yeah. Searching. Let's go. Where are we at? Only a 13, but I do have 3 stomp points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what is clear, what I will say, because it's something that I didn't do the first session, and I did it again. I don't know why I'm so terrible at this already. Each of you have advantages for your solo opening scenes because they were wonderful and you answered your questions very well. So each of you have 1 in the bank. You don't have to use it here, but you know that you do have it.
I think I will, just to see if I can get a
Sure.
better than a 13, because I'm supposed to be good at this shit. Yeah, that is better. Now I have a 16 total.
16 is better.
Mhm.
As you fly up, what you're going to see is it's clearly very serious because it's not simply just bands of Hurlocks and some Genlocks. It is an extensive army. You can see several ogres just from the first stretch that you're kind of flying out and over. In one area towards the back, and it seems like it's slowly moving forward, there is a chained up bear scarn, which is not necessarily a being of nature. This is a corrupted creature, large in size with the big spikes. Whatever bear was within it is the same that of whatever humanity you could see in a Hurlock, and that's not much. You aren't going to see in this first pass over signs of an archdemon, but the sheer size of the amount that are here, like there are thousands. And as you fly around and kind of skirt along the edges of the wall itself, just to the edges of the city, they're everywhere. And this amount, you know that surely an archdemon is not far behind. I would say at a 16 for now, it looks like they're content at this side of the wall that they're at. You don't see anybody climbing, from what you can tell. But it doesn't look good. And it is quite clear that if you are exiting the city by the gates or the walls, you're exiting because you've left this murder coil. There is no way anyone would survive leaving the city. And there are a lot of people in the city.
Yeah, with that knowledge and seeing the mass of it, of these Darkspawn here and within the walls, and I'm assuming just no people, just fucking Darkspawn.
Just
like
Darkspawn. Yeah. And
population
you
is
feel
Darkspawn at this point.
it's overwhelming for you because you've fought Darkspawn before, of course you
Yeah.
have. But to this amount, and the way that your abilities manifest and hearing that, especially because we above the table as players know that the archdemon is close. You can hear it in your head, and that tension and the pressure and the sounds that it comes with. It's overwhelming.
I'm coming for you. Is there a way in all of this mass of noises and song and Darkspawn, could I figure out a way to pinpoint where the archdemon is?
Hmm.
Could I try?
You could.
Yeah.
Let's have a little looky-loo. I'm gonna call it Detect Darkspawn because it's not necessarily that you're reaching out in a sensory way, but it is using the ties that you have to the Darkspawn as a Grey Warden. You're trying to use that to follow their patterns. Sure.
Yeah, let's give her a try. Come on. 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say, and especially because up here in the air, and maybe even more than most Griffin riders, you have an attunement to beasts, that's so like beyond natural. You're able to kind of hold on with your harness, knowing that your Griffin is carrying you and that you're safe. To almost extend your senses out so you're not being quite so switched on and actively looking for something. You're letting it be more instinctual, knowing that he's gonna yours is a he, right, Toby? Yeah. That Toby is gonna carry you. Toby will keep you safe. And as you do, you can almost feel the pool further north, in that kind of northwesterly direction. And not necessarily on the hilltop that the city is built into, but just beyond it. You feel the song pulling, possibly, maybe underground. Not this side of the mountain, but maybe on the other side. And there's an agitation in the Darkspawn at that end of the walls that gives you the impression that maybe they also know that they're closer to it than the rest.
Gotcha.
So you have an idea of the direction.
Gotcha. And I imagine, like, as this is happening, like you said, like, I completely trust my Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
So I even let go of, like, the saddle horn and the reins to just sort of, like, almost close my eyes even and just let the sensory of what I am and what the Darkspawn are just to find this. And there's and almost like when she feels that agitation on the other end of the mountain or the hill, like
Mhm.
her arms are actually kind of wide, like wings, and she's got like almost a maniacal grin on her face, and she's like, ah, found your trail. And then I take the reins back to guide Toby back to the rest of everyone else.
Yeah. At walls, Mary, you are trying to just see what manner of defenses, what it is that's happening at the walls itself, correct? Myrnidas.
Yes. Sorry, I
Yes.
was reading something.
You are
Yes.
quite okay. Is it your intention to try to analyze these defenses? Are you trying to look for areas of weakness? Are you trying to see what, if there are any guards here, what they are doing?
Yes, kind of all of the above. And specifically what I want to see is areas of weakness that the Darkspawn could particularly crush through. Because they've been trying to study, but I would imagine have been having barriers to that in a lot of ways. Of just understanding like siege operations, you know what I mean? Like they didn't come from a military background or fighting background. So that kind of thing. And mostly if there is someone there, is there any way to sneak underneath the walls? Or are there, you know, some passages that may not be widely known?
Yeah.
And can we get a lead on if they do exist, can they find them?
Okay.
So that's the two main goals that they're looking for.
Sure. So we'll definitely want a stealth roll.
Sure.
Is there another skill you would like to apply into how you're going to approach this?
I was honestly thinking stealth and or seeing. But yeah.
So what I'd like is both.
Okay.
Let's do stealth first and then seeing.
Okay.
If you're seeing, it's not
6.
necessarily going to impact on what you're seeing is going to tell you, but it's just to see how quiet and subtle you're able to be. 16 is great.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, and then do you want the seeing now?
Seeing, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to utilize my reroll for that. And actually, real quick, I have talents. I'm a master at scouting and observation. Perform that's not going to help me. If you fail a perception seeing test, you can reroll. I know that's not a fail.
It's not a. I will, but I'll honor that. That's fine. I would say reroll first without using your advantage. Just using your ability. If you're not happy with that, then I would ask you to spend.
Okay, will do. So I'm gonna utilize my master observation 17.
Okay, so likely using the chaos and the fear and the fact that everybody is much too distracted, they're tired. This is not the first day that the people here have been experiencing this. This has been a long problem for them all. So you're able to slip past people and get to wherever you choose, without being in anyone's way. Mostly is the way that this stealth is being utilized, I would say.
Yeah.
What you can see is they've given up, it looks like, on actively guarding the top of the walls. And you can tell, without even having to ask anyone, that that's happened and why it's happened, because you can see over the edge of the walls and flop forward are some Antivan guards with the big, nasty looking Darkspawn weapons of spears thrown through them. It's clear that anyone who is seen above the wall, the Darkspawn are finding ways to take them out. So that's not happening right now. You will see occasionally as you're passing somebody who looks terrified. They also look tired. Will go and patrol it in so much as checking just to see that they're still there and that they're not actively trying to climb over the walls right now. So they're checking just enough to make sure that things aren't getting worse and then coming right the fuck back down again.
Yeah.
And I would say that you will eventually get to an area of the wall, and I guess a part of you understands why it is the case. It is a part of the wall that is at the area that joins the rest of the city with the alienage. You'll get to an area where you can go into the way that the inner workings of a wall works, because when you have a wall for a city, it's not just a wall. It's usually a small tunnel system almost, because people have to be able to patrol and be up on top. You'll get to an area where you can at least see into it, and just as it crosses into the alienage side, you can see that there is natural weakness in the wall. Definitely on the inside of the city, so the actual wall that keeps the rest of the city and the alienage separate, that looks damaged. Just natural wear and tear, it looks like. Nothing like from a siege. But you can tell that the way that it joins to the main city wall, you can see that some of that weakness has to pass through the other side. And that's a problem. Because if those on the other side of the wall see that there is a weak spot, they're going to try to come through there.
Yeah. Just as a quick little note, can I see if the alienage is, because I'm sure from the top we can see that everything is, there's probably people in the streets, all shoved in there. Is the alienage overrun more so or anything like that? Or is it about the same?
Not more than usual. It's the same amount of people that you can see on the street, but it does look like it's an overly full alienage. You have seen from other parts of the city, this city for a long time, before the army of Darkspawn got to the walls, was taking in refugees from all over Antiva. All of the other cities have fallen. Most of the nation have fallen to the Darkspawn. So anybody who could survive long enough to get to these walls and came in, managed to make it in. So the city itself naturally seems fuller than normal. But there are people, I would say, not an awful lot on the streets. That does not mean that they are not hiding inside of their buildings. Or perhaps you can see that there's some makeshift defenses that some people are trying to do with bits of found stuff. They've broken bits of furniture. You can see sections that looks like they're probably a bed frame that has been sharpened on one end to try and create some kind of defense for the inevitable, it feels like to them, that is coming for them.
And it's mostly it's not an organized thing, I guess, is kind of what I'm getting at. Okay.
This is them trying to defend themselves, yeah.
Yeah, I think, because admittedly, I think Mir Nadas is kind of how do they treat their elves here? And that tells them enough. It tells them enough. Yeah.
There are some parts of Thedas where that is not so, but Antiva, yeah.
Okay. If I can grab anyone that doesn't look like they're too much in their own, horror at the moment, I want to try to ask him, are there tunnels anywhere out of the city? How far can we get past the Darkspawn with them, basically, that kind of thing.
Yeah. You will see a male elf. He looks like he's one of the healthier of those that you can see. Looks stronger. Shaved mostly. Head. not bald like you, but
Yeah,
you know.
let's say, do we just shine at each other?
It's peach fuzz, yeah.
Yeah.
Does have some faded Valuslane. Looks like you have met enough elves at this point outside of your lived experiences to know what that is. And yeah, you can kind of approach him and he's gonna look to you. At first there's like this instinct of suspicion, immediately fades to recognize as another elf, eases a little further at seeing that you are clearly from your garb a Grey Warden, and he will kind of give you a nod of the head. How can I help you?
Obviously I'm not from here. I obviously see your overrun. It's like just motions. I don't even know if they have the words to say what they're thinking about it, but tell me, are there any tunnels? Are there any things that the Darkspawn haven't found yet that either we can use, or do we need a blockade?
No tunnels, not this close to the coast. Flood, most likely.
Okay.
I don't know what they have. Where the royals live. But here.
Okay.
At the moment, we're just hoping these walls protect us. But
yeah. And I think they'll kind of not grab, I mean, like yank or anything, but like we'll motion over and just you probably already know this, but I did see this, and we'll try to at least inform so that hopefully they spread the news of the weakness here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what we can do about that.
I know, it's more of just, and I think it's kind of like a, what do I say here? You know, like how do I interact with people? Like of just keep your vigilance and know it's here.
If you learn of a way out of the city, please come and tell us. I know that the city and city officials will want to evacuate certain people first, but I don't want my people being forgotten about.
Yeah. Solemn nod type of thing. If I can, and we don't have to do it now, but I would like to take Sprig, and especially the parts that are built into the mountains. I would like to stealth around and see if I can find anything. Like any kind of tunnels that maybe they don't know about, like naturally formed ones.
Sure.
Or, you know, especially around the alienage. Yeah.
We can swing back around.
Yeah.
And have you go and look for tunnels. It may even be that you want to report in with the others, and then a few of you can go and spread the layer out.
Yeah, so we'll head back with that knowledge, and
okay.
You know, light reassurance is as much as they can give this guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Bernard, you are going down to the docks, correct?
Yes.
So you will see a few things. I'll have you roll just to see how much you're picking up on. You're gonna see some things because it's hard not to see this stuff, but I want you to roll to see how much you notice. Likely seeing, could be searching if you have it.
Investigation's more of a communication thing. So if we're
Investigation
going for
is interviewing, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're just using visual right now, it'd be searching probably.
Yeah, I'll just roll that. 11.
Okay. I would say that it's clear from what you can see there are still boats here. You see people who obviously are the crew of these ships. There's some tension and at one point you'll kind of see one of them arguing in Antivan. So maybe this is why it's in 11. So you can tell that there's an argument going on, but you're not sure what the words fully are. But there are a group of people who are arguing with this person who works from the boat and pointing at the boat. So it wouldn't take a lot to decipher at least an element of what this argument is likely about. You don't know the exact. That's what you have at the moment. What would you like to do?
So Renard is just going to take the most direct approach.
Hmm.
Just put two fingers in his mouth and just whistle loudly
Uh-huh.
and call for the captain.
Okay. So you see a man come out who's maybe early 30s. Dark hair, blue eyes, looks Antivan. Has a warm skin tone. Hears the whistle and like eyes you, and at first there you could swear there is an instinct to like disregard what you're doing and that you're whistling at him. And then is gonna clock what you're wearing. And I'm assuming you have your griffin with you.
Yes.
Yeah. And we'll kind of look to the others, mutter some things, and then come walking over to you, holding shoulders back, head high, carrying confidence as he approaches you. What do you need?
Greetings, Captain. My name is Renard. I am part of the Grey Warden Griffin Riders contingent that has come to the city. I do have a few questions if you have but a moment.
It depends what you have to ask.
Very
I am
simple.
a busy man, and will indicate to the people who have been arguing with his crew.
I understand. My questions are simple and brief. I will not keep you from your work. The waterways, are they free? Are you able to come and go? Is there issues with raiding on the water?
You've just arrived at the city?
Yes.
Well, we, myself and my peers on the other ships are ready to leave. We want to leave. We're being told the city is not being evacuated. I'm not going to stay here too much longer.
Not being evacuated.
Mm-hmm. The royals, in their infinite wisdom, have resisted, I believe, so far, calls to evacuate the city. And so, here we are. The waterways are safe enough. I mean, if the archdemon flies over and breathes fire on us all, I mean, there's very little we can do to defend that. But so far, we have not had to deal with that.
Renard is going to very unnobly just spit into the water and just be like, he's royalty. Tell me, if how long will you wait before you leave with or without their permission?
As soon as that wall breaches, we are gone. Ideally before. Ideally before.
Understand. Man to man. Instead of some of these puff shirts, will you take the people with you, as many as you can take?
Yes. To an
Good
extent,
man.
you know, there's a limit. It makes it dangerous to take too many, but
Renard just kind of looks a little conflicted. It's just kind of leans in, just be like, I would consider leaving sooner rather than later. You are most likely not inclined for multiple trips, are you not?
No, I will not be coming once we leave.
Understand. Just take as many as you can.
How do you decide when you have a whole city who to take?
As many as you can. Just one more.
We will see. At the moment, we are not being given permission to leave. So. My patience is wearing thin. And soon,
Yes.
I'm not going to give them a choice.
I do not think a charge of Orlesian Chevaliers will save us this time.
I don't know how a Chevalier would handle an army like that.
With honor and probably a lot of dying.
Yeah. You know, their armor is so frilly and pointless. We just get in the way, no?
Yeah, their lances are still sharp.
Yeah, they're too busy waving their dicks around at each other, having competitions to use their lance properly.
Yes, well, that is why I never saddled a horse.
No, you just saddle this beast. I've never seen one before.
He turns around and just like, old man, come and say hi. He's
It
probably
huffs
just
at you. Yeah. There's you know when an animal very obviously huffs? Yeah, that. Yeah. Ruffles feathers a little bit. Does not come any closer.
he's just always in a mood, that one. Always in a mood.
Oh, well, you know, maybe you don't call him old man.
The truth is the truth is the truth, whether it hurts or not. In any
Well,
case, I bid you farewell, best of luck, and I don't know. May the Maker protect you on your voyage.
Yeah. Make her go with you. You need it.
Okay, so I think Renard is just gonna go back to meet up with the other ones and tell them that it's not good.
Yeah. Things not great. Okay. Tekla, you were staying in this area and just assessing the people, correct?
Yeah, I think partly her goal is to be a visible presence. She's aware of the power that some things just a firm, solid presence can have. So she's standing fairly tall. She has Ravas next to her and is like, would you puff your chest out more? We're trying to look impressive here. He's probably like,
you know what it reminds me of? Have you seen the YouTube videos of Merv the cat? The Siamese cat? Merv.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
It very much is doing
that. Okay.
But she's trying to make the point of being visible. We are here to help. Please
I'm the Grey Warden. We're the Griffin Riders. Hello. Yes, we're here to help. We're here to help.
But
okay.
Also is partially like trying to get a sense of what the general feeling is. Is there a sense that these people are still motivated to barricade, to evacuate, or have we started to descend into despair?
Curveball. And I'm going to give you an option of two things that you could roll here.
Lovely.
You could roll one of your visual senses to just clock in with the people and look for people who are maybe in need, which for you would be searching. I would allow you to roll a self-discipline roll here, in that what you're rolling is putting on that show and using that force of personality, essentially, force of what you are, your standing, to maybe draw someone to you if they're in need.
I think I will try for the self-discipline and see how that goes.
Okay.
Spicy.
Wow, we 20 with 4 stunt points. Okay, what I'll say is that Mercurial, sure, and Grumpy when first giving an instruction, fair enough. But what Ravas is gonna do is instead like course correct slightly to like prove that they can do it, and
Yes.
is gonna like sit very proudly. Green wings are going to go out and look as regal and majestic as possible, almost like trying to outshine you in a way, but like in a playful way. And you are able to kind of stand firm and give out that emotional energy of being there to defend, and if people need you. And I think what is going to clock your eye, there are clearly people who are stopping and staring. There's maybe people who are talking, not in a like, gossipy bad way, but like,
Yeah.
wow, like not only are Grey Wardens here, but like that's a griffin. And
honestly
maybe
think
we're
Ravas is, like,
saved. Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
little wing beats and it's like creating a little breeze to catch
Yeah,
my hair, and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
all right, we don't have to be doing all
The
of this.
Beyonce fan. Like it's a bit
Yeah.
much, Ravas.
Like, all right, okay.
Yeah. And what you're gonna clock eyes with is actually a young boy who is kind of standing in amongst some crates and a couple barrels, was hiding under some fabric that was over a couple of them, but even though he appears to have like a dirty face and like brown hair, so could very easily get lost in a crowd, but his eyes are like this piercing green, big green eyes, and you just kind of see them peering out and looking at you and Ravas with wonder.
I think Tekla kind of catches his gaze and like half, like almost like takes a knee and just like gestures for him to come in. It's like, come over.
And timid at first, but he will step out and come towards you. Clothes are a bit tattered, and he doesn't look clean. Hair is kind of all in tufts everywhere, but the eyes stick out from the general brown of everything else that he is. And kind of steps over, timid at first, and then at a wing beat you see him like flinch slightly, but like doesn't want to go away because it's exciting and interesting, but like also but comes a little closer to you.
It's okay. He's big and he does all of this, but he's just a show off.
Does he bite people?
Only bad people, and not often. He's very friendly normally, and I like look at Ravas at the corner of my eye, like, you're very friendly. Behaving.
Nods and is like, I understand the assignment, and does the thing for like gets down and then like rolls over to like show belly.
Yeah. See? He likes you.
Are you a Grey Warden?
I am a Grey Warden. Hi.
Fine.
What's your name?
I'm Bastion.
So lovely. I'm Tekla. This is Ravas.
Fine. Do they understand us?
Kind of. They understand a sense of what you're saying. We understand each other because we have like a big fancy bond, and that's what they all talk about. But he understands other people sort of.
Oh. I've never seen anything like him.
He's pretty special.
Yeah. Are you here to save us?
We're here to help. We heard everything was a little bit scary, and you might be having a bit of a bad time. So, everyone asked for help, and we came to see what we could do.
You know how to kill them.
We do. There's quite a lot of them, so we're gonna try and get lots of people out first, I think.
Okay.
Is it just you?
There was some people from my village that managed to run here as well, but I don't know where they are either.
Okay.
So I've been sleeping
Could
over
you-
there. They have apples and I maybe stole them, but I don't think they'd mind.
That's okay. We do what we gotta do. Well, we can try to help to find for you. If that would be helpful. You can come hang out, stay close. We
Okay.
can find people for you and make sure you get where you gotta go. Because you're just little and those are big scary streets and lots of people around. So this way you have Ravas. And he's pretty easy to see. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's pretty
big.
big. He's
Yeah.
fancy. Everyone looks at him.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mm. If I... Is there a sword or a stick? I'm okay with sticks. So I can help.
Well. Can you be trusted with a stick?
Yes.
Will you hit me with a stick?
No.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. You only hit monsters because they're monsters.
That is true. Well, I don't have a stick with me, and I kind of need my one. So, if we find a good one, you can have it.
Okay.
But we'll have to keep an eye out. So, if we look really carefully and we find a good stick, we'll get you a stick.
Okay.
Since you promised me you could be trusted.
I promise.
Okay,
I will be good. I am good.
I know. Good.
I know I stole an apple, but there was like a whole basket of them.
And you only took one, and hey, listen, there's a lot going on. I think you're allowed to steal one apple. I won't tell anyone, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I pet them?
Yeah. Nice. We're like, come here, come say hello.
Over and scratches, and it starts to coo and purr at the same time. There's like a sort of rattly sound that they make. And this little boy is very happy and excited and giggly. Ravas is definitely playing up to it.
Yeah. Tickle's
and-
like, good job, well done.
That's the scene that the three of you, as you kind of approach the same area, you can see that Tekla and Ravas are still there, and now there is a little dirty child playing with with the
Adopted a
griffin.
child, don't worry about it.
Yeah. But each of you have learned something. Yeah. The kid's just gonna go, there's more!
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know if Mir would know what to do. Like, you know, like just a small random child, like,
Yeah, there's lots of us. Well, there's 4 of us right now, but
Cool. Danny, do you have a stick I can use? I want to help.
Oh.
Hi everyone, this is Bastion. Bastion wants a stick to help fight the monsters. I said he would keep an eye out.
Because they still have eyes, so if you poke it in their eyes, it's still going to hurt, right?
The kid's not wrong. Would hurt. I said I'd keep an eye out and see if we can get him where he has to go and find people for him.
Sure. We'll keep an eye out.
For everyone you're looking for and for sticks, we promise.
Time out. Stick's gonna be fucking useless, kid.
Oh.
Listen,
I wasn't gonna give
you
him
can't
a
just
sword.
you
sword.
can't have a stick. Like, I'm sorry.
Look,
Like, sticks are not gonna do anything, even with, especially since like they're so much taller than you. Okay.
Yeah.
So a stick not gonna do it. Hold on a second. Give me a stick, like right now.
No.
I'm good.
Bastion.
I'm
Bastion's
gonna
your
get a
name.
stick. I'm gonna
And
make something
I think
useful.
Mirna does. Just like goes up to Bastion, just kind of like leans down, like, we will find something. Maybe Latoya will make you something. But I think for now, it would be best just to do what you've been doing and hide, okay?
Okay. I am
Okay.
good at hiding.
I believe you.
Bernard's just gonna kind of like look at the kid and just be like, kind of like, and try and slip him a knife.
No. Do I see this?
I was gonna tie the knife to the top of the stick.
Bernard, if you want to roll me a stealth roll, if you don't have stealth as dexterity, let's see how subtle you are.
I absolutely
Okay.
hope I see this.
Roll of perception. It's seeing rather than searching.
I do have stealth.
Go for it.
Oh,
18.
you.
I'm a sneaky guy.
Give this child a knife.
Just gonna like take it very subtly and like with a natural subtle skill that's impressive for a young child, kind of slips it into his trousers and gives you a nod. You know, if I can't reach their eyes, I just reach between their legs. Yeah.
All I'm saying is the kid has good instincts. You know, like I
Okay.
think there's something here.
Mir just
What do you-
turns the kid, pushes the kid.
Okay.
Be
I'm
careful.
gonna go. I'll go hide now.
Okay.
You know how to find us.
I was
Just
a
follow
kid
the
out
big
here to begin
griffins.
with. Like, who brought this
I-
child right
look,
here
and-
in the?
I'm not saying we should get their hopes up and hope that they will charge at Darkspawn either, but I just don't think we should crush their spirit at this point.
Yeah.
That's already crushing odds anyway.
Yes. I don't think he was so much brought out here and lost out here.
I'm
These
assuming
projects are
he,
vast. Vast like the attention. It is what it is.
yeah. And I'm assuming he was wearing, like you said, he was kind of like rough. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So had been on the road for a while, probably went through a bad situation before it was evacuated.
Getting here. Yeah. So, like, I'm just going to assume he probably doesn't have anybody. So just if he can run and hide, maybe that might save him. I don't know. Anyway, just deep sigh. Went through the walls. There's, I mean, look, the Darkspawn are at least smart enough to take out the lookouts and keep them scared from looking over. There's bodies everywhere. Just Darkspawn weapons in them. So the guards can't even look over the wall to see what's happening right now. And there's one, and like this part we'll try to whisper, just, you know, there's a crack in the defenses near the alienage that the Darkspawn haven't seemed to found yet, but I don't know. I was thinking about going to look for tunnels, see if there's any way we can get them out without the Darkspawn seeing. I don't know, but Anyway, what did Joe find?
That wonderful note. Kind of coming up to you guys and doing that thing where you sidle up to a group that are clearly talking and having a private conversation. You want them to know that you're approaching to try to talk to them, but like don't want to intrude. You will see male elf, looks fairly young, fresh-faced, has a slightly sunny disposition that feels almost odd in a city going through what it's going through, but hey ho. Blonde, messy hair. Is standing next to a dwarven woman. Let me just where's my dwarf? Where's my super suit?
Where's my super suit?
Who has
Look
quite
at this bay.
tan skin, reddish, reddy brown hair, tattoos on her face, wearing plate mail. The two of them are kind of approaching you guys together. And he kind of gives like an awkward little wave at you all.
Is he waving at us?
Hello.
I think he's waving at us.
Hi.
Hi, hey, hi. Sorry, don't want to intrude.
Sure.
Looked like you guys were talking, and if it's official
Yep.
stuff, like we can wait. If
What do you need?
cool, good.
Who are you?
Hi. I'm Sammy. This is Clara. We were talking to someone in the alienage who said he'd spoken to one of you, I think. Just very word. And kind of like indicates to Mirnadas, which implies that you were probably described, but like he isn't one
Yep.
to say.
They were bald.
Yeah, it's like a bald-ass motherfucker. You were and will like lean in a now starting to speak slightly hushed, loud enough that like you four can hear, but like not wanting to announce what he's about to say to the general public of the streets. You were asking about tunnels.
Mirnadas is absolutely just like get out of my space.
Okay.
Yes. I'm not from Antiva. I don't know what there might be, but was hoping something.
Yeah. We may know of something that one could call a tunnel. I've not been in it recently, so I can't speak to how empty it is given everything that's going on, because I don't actually know how deep the Darkspawn go and whether they're at the other side of where this goes, but we may know of one.
Can I just get like a quick sense? I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter if they're super shady,
Sure,
but
sure.
more just
Sure.
not necessarily if they're shady, but more if they're like intentionally going to hurt us shady type of
Right.
level.
So we're looking for it's technically empathy, which is in perceptions. If you don't have empathy, it's just a straight perception. Any of you can roll this because he is speaking to the group.
Oof. It's 12, but with 3 stunt points at least.
Hmm.
I'm rolling like dog doo-doo.
Hmm.
No empathy. That's okay.
I'm almost tempted to re-roll that. I'm a little scared.
As a slight
but it sucks.
call back to a scene, by the way, Renard, you can take another advantage for slipping the kid a dagger.
No.
It's very funny
Don't
to me.
reward him for
It's
that.
very funny. What have you got there?
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Can
Okay.
I don't know rules wise.
Yeah.
Because I'm a master's level scouting,
Yeah.
I can reroll a perception seeing test, but I've already used that, so I don't know what
It's
counts
yeah,
with.
and empathy.
Oh, sorry, it's not seeing shit.
Different.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going empathy
just kidding.
here. Yeah. Wow.
Boo.
I think it's clear in the way that he's having to speak somewhat quietly about a tunnel that they may or may not know. Ooh. Mirnadas, you at least can pick up on the fact that like perhaps before there was a blight, it might have been used for things that were slightly less legal.
Okay. If
beside that, you're not. I will say just for the 13 with 4 stunts, I think
Yeah.
for Latoya, they seem quite harmless. I mean, don't get me wrong, the dwarf is like,
Yeah,
standing, looking.
she's
She's looking
yeah.
tough.
Yeah, she's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a little ray of sunshine puppy dog who is mostly like every now and again looks to the griffins in a sort of like, that's a real griffin. You're not getting any implication that what they're saying here is like they're trying to harm you or fleece you or do anything that feels too untoward.
Okay.
They're coming with information about something that had been asked
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
there's no malice behind
No.
What's going on. Yeah.
No.
I
Yeah.
think like I clock mirror when they have like that look of like, is this person malicious? And then like I look at mirror and I'm like, yeah, they're good. Like,
Yeah, maybe they're just shady little grifters or something, but not like, hey, I want the city to fall and you're gonna wreck that. So yeah, okay. All right.
Collectively,
then yeah, we'll
we
look
all
at
want to survive. So
yeah. You never know, hey. Never know. People anyway. Looking at them just Sammy, right?
Sammy, yeah, Sammy.
Okay. We would be very interested in that, I think, very soon.
Yeah.
Do you want to can you tell me where they are? Or
yes. I could bring you to where it is on like this side. I can describe to you or like draw a kind of map of where it comes out.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't know how safe I'd feel right now going in to find out if there's something in there, because if there is,
well,
sorry.
No, hold on one second.
Yeah.
Definitely draw us the map to answer your question.
Sure. Good. Great.
Because if we can, and looks at the other three, just if we can sneak and see where the tunnel comes out and how far they've gone. I mean, I can do it at night with Sprig, so we're not seen. But anyway, it might be something viable. Go ahead, Latoya. Sorry.
No, you're fine. These tunnels, do they go to the hilltop?
No, not hilltop. No, they go like direct north, and they come out like not fully at the coastline, just slightly up a little cliff face. Yeah. So my point is, I know that there's a lot of them at the other side of the wall. I don't know how deep that goes, and I don't know if they're like at the other side of the tunnel. Because if they are, they might find the tunnel, and that's a fucking problem. But like
we definitely need to know that.
But if it's
where the tunnel
clear,
comes out?
yeah.
North.
I can draw it for you. It's
north,
straight.
Yeah.
Do you turn to the other people? It's like to my crew. There's significant activity in the northwest, most likely underground.
Shit.
When I say significant, like you could see like this dilation in my eyes. Like just yeah.
Doesn't seem ideal. Don't love that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, I'll at least give you the information. And we can take you to where the tunnel is. Yeah. If like we're happy to give you guys this information, and if it helps people, like super great. On the off chance everybody survives, maybe don't tell the town guard that we know where this tunnel is.
Well, if we can get people out through the tunnel, we need people who understand it.
Right. Yep.
I think we might also have a somewhat bigger issue than a tunnel, even.
Like what? I mean,
The
obviously,
Royals
other
are-
than Yeah.
The royals are denying us evacuation.
Yeah, they've not been letting people go for a little while now. It's been a problem. Yeah. To that end, you guys are going to become aware of a couple things while this conversation is happening. One of the Grey Wardens, not one of the Griffin Riders, it's an Antivan Warden by the looks of things, is sort of like jogging up to you. You can hear a commotion happening towards the sort of finer end of the city, if you will. And some screams towards the edge. This person is going to come up to you and kind of like be slightly out of breath. It's kind of eyes the fact that there's some people here who are not Grey Wardens and thinks, fuck it, like we don't have time for me to be precious about this. The King's Guard, they've risen up there. They've turned on the royal family. There's attack. They're killing people in the palace. The Grey Wardens are being called in to help defend.
Shit.
Yeah,
The
it's bad.
royals?
Yeah. They're turning on the royal family. So I'm just letting you know, we've been called to the palace. I need to go to the others, and just kind of like nods, doesn't even pause for questions, and you see them like starting to now jog over towards another group of wardens who are dealing with other things. All wardens at this moment in time were indeed called to the palace. It's possible that you could go to join in and see what's happening if you want. You can hear a couple of screams, not a big massive crowd, fairly localized. Myrnadas, you are aware that that has happened in the alienage.
A different cry?
Yes. There's commotion happening in the palace, which
Yeah.
is the other end of the city. You're aware that there's stuff going on, and you've been told what it is that's happening there, and that Grey Wardens have been told to go and defend the royal family.
Yeah.
And you can hear some screams in the alienage. I want to know what your group would do in this moment.
I mean, no contest. Mir Nadas gets on Sprig, and fuck them royals. We're I'm going to the alienage. Yeah, like literally. The next
Great
question to Sammy and
opportunity.
them was going to be, are they good royals or are they bad royals? But once the alienage started going, fuck that. No, I don't even think
they're
Mirnadas
denying
tells them.
evacuation. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just
I-
like the
Yeah.
like
Mirnadas
I
doesn't
can't
even
deny
talk
evacuation
to the other
anymore.
three.
Let's go.
Yeah, like just jumps on Sprig and leaves. Like we ain't waiting for that.
I genuinely think Tekla goes, I mean, I feel like this solves the evacuation problem and follows Myrnadas.
Yeah.
Nope. We ain't playing that.
Nope.
Nope.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, we really only had to go save the royals if someone told us to go do that, and no one told us to do that. So
Yeah.
I don't remember anyone telling
someone
us.
coming here. Yeah,
I
No.
didn't hear
Oh,
anything
yeah.
about that.
Mm-mm. Everything's
There's
so
so
loud.
many Grey Wardens here. Like honestly, they've got it
Oh.
right. I trust
Yeah,
them.
like-
Yeah.
Listen, all the other Grey Wardens are so capable. I just
Yeah.
had such faith in them to do their jobs.
Mhm.
That was
So-
all.
Elsewhere in Antiva city, within the palace, the King's Guard do rise up against the royal family in this time in history. They King Elodium. Queen Giovanna eventually concedes to try to leave. The other Grey Wardens, the other Griffin Riders, the two who will be the heroes of this fourth blight and the names everyone will remember, are there to help defend them. At this point, you will see that the vast majority, I'll say vast majority, history will say that all of them did. Maybe one of the ships stays after a conversation with certain someone. The vast majority of the ships are also leaving. They've taken the King's Guard rising up as a sign that it's time to go. You all, in your moment of history, are going to fly on your griffins into the alienage. And although it is not yet time for the complete siege of the city to fail, well, the siege succeeds, the city will fall in time. Right now, it's just simply that there has been a breach. Not many, small handful of Darkspawn have managed to make their way through a weakness and have come into the alienage. As you fly in, you will be able to defend them. I want to check first on what approach you are likely to take. Exactly what happens here, and exactly what happens when the full-scale force of the Darkspawn army pours into the city will be dealt with next session. But for this brief moment, what do each of you do?
The breach, once we see it into the walls, is it that one spot that was mentioned
Yes.
before and
It's
not multiple
small.
spots?
There's just a handful of them, no more. It looks like only the smaller ones have been able to get through here. There's not a worry necessarily that more are suddenly going to come pouring in right this second. It is at least the first trickle. Like when you see the slight crack form in a dam.
Gotcha. Real quick side note.
Mhm.
As they were mounting onto Sprig to leave, looks at the two that approach us, Clara and Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Get to those tunnels. Like you go fucking figure them out right now. And then when we get to the breach in the wall and the alienage, I think Miranadas and Sprig, they're best at flanking and going in and out of shadows, both of them. And so I think they're not going to go directly to the hole to like plug it, basically. They're going to be on just like a little type of perimeter around to get any ones that kind of get too far and try to protect the people that are probably not moving fast enough. Yeah.
Gotcha. The other three, what is your approach with encounters like this?
I want to clock the ogres.
There's no ogres here, just little ones
There's
that
no
come through.
ogres, just the little
They're the
ones?
other side of the
Genlocks.
walls. You don't have to worry about them. You've just got...
Are they trying? I'm not if they're getting into it. Are there any ogres nearby?
Not right this second.
Okay. Because originally
That's something that you are going to have to deal with eventually, but right this second it's just little ones.
I wanted to use their use their bodies to clog up the breach. Yeah, that was the thought. Then everybody else go ahead so I can think a little bit longer.
Sure.
For plugging the hole, Renard is going to jump off Strongclaw and basically use his halberd to basically just cross-check as many as he can all the way to the hole and try and basically shove them into the wall and back out again. Hole.
Yeah. Okay.
I think more than anything, Tekla is going to not necessarily scout, but keep her distance right away and assess what the biggest problem is. If it looks like Renard and Renadas and Latoya are holding back the flow of the Darkspawn, she's going to swoop in to start healing and hustling people out as best she can. But you see she's also like bent low over Ravas's neck, and you can see she's like muttering something to him over and over. And you get the sense that they're making like some sort of scheme in case anything goes sideways. It's like, all right, okay, you know the plan. This is what's happening.
So, flanking, staying to dark spots. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, then I suppose if that's what everybody else is doing, if we have Renard doing that, we have heals, and then we have Mir with guiding and protecting people. What I would like to do is stay in aerial and mounted on Toby above, so that I can pick off the stragglers that are getting
Sure,
flashed.
any of them that actually are getting
Yeah.
passed. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is by all accounts currently a small problem. It is an indication that this is going to become a bigger problem, but for now, this is something that you guys are trained to do. You know what you're doing, and even though you don't know each other overly well, you know what it is to be a griffin rider. Your griffins know what they're doing. You have the tactics that you know you can lean on. So we are able to get the vast majority of them back through to hopefully then use perhaps some environmental stuff or just bringing some of the rocks down further to seal it up. There is scooping and grabbing from the darkness attacking. There is escorting of people away from the area and then staying aerial to just take out any stragglers with arrows. And you guys do it. You don't have to roll for this. This is what you've been trained to do. You know what you're doing. This small problem, this little trickle through the vast dam, it's holding back an absolute flood of Darkspawn. The fact that the trickle is there shows you this weak spot. There's potential for help, for evacuation. Clearly the King's Guard have turned on the royal family. It feels like whatever restrictions have been, the people of Antiva City are not going to listen any longer. Hopefully there's still at least one boat if that's needed. Hopefully this tunnel leads north and away from Darkspawn. There's potential. Either way, you can tell that this is not just waiting for it to come. This is the war that you are trained to fight. And hopefully, you'll be victorious. That's it for our second session. Next time, we will see how they do, if they're able to help people, if they're able to evacuate even just a handful of people. It's better than nothing. See how we are. Next session. If my players can please let us know who you are, where we can find you on the internet, and I will do last. Happy go, everyone. Okay.
Hello, everyone. I am Torin, or Torin Talks Creativity. My pronouns are she, they. I have been playing Mir Nadas. His pronouns are they, them. And as far as where you can find me, the easiest place to find me is on Twitch at Torin Talks Creativity. I do a lot of things, voice acting, gaming, everything. And it's a little too much to download, but please check out there. You can see all my socials that are connected on there. And I stream 3 to 4 days a week. So yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm Nick. My pronouns are he, him. I am playing Renard, who is also he, him. Yeah, where you can find me, not really too much places right now. Hopefully when I get a little bit more free time after summertime ends, I'll probably be joining a couple more games, most likely on Val's channel. Other than that, I am not really active on social media either, but I am around.
I'm Bex. I use any pronouns you feel like. You can find me at Phoenix Force on the internet. I was playing Tiny Tornado Elf Tekla with her silly little griffin. At the minute, you'll see me posting on the internet, generally just yapping. I'm doing a PhD, so come hang out. I'll talk about lesbian fantasy fiction and world building, and also probably whatever hyperfixation of the month. Currently, it's pro wrestling, so enjoy that.
Man, I have a hyperfixation right now on Japanese pro wrestling, very specifically. So hi everyone, my name is Valdrianth, or Val everyone on the internet. I produce CRPG streams for me and my friends over on my Twitch channel, and of course all of my VODs are on my YouTube as well. You and I'm probably about to, by the time this comes out, I'm gonna be running some 9 games for a charity stream for Extra Life. So please kind of look out my social medias for that, for sign up sheets and things like that. That is coming all the way until the mid-October until for signups on that. As well, you can also find me over on Sword and Key, where I run a long campaign of a homebrew system that me and one of my best friends have sort of collaborated together. It's called Nightmares on the Frontier, and I am very happy to be able to do this. But yeah, that's me. That's what I do on the internet.
Wonderful. And last but not least is me. I am Emma Hamilton on the internet, and I use they them pronouns. I've been the storyteller of this fine story with these wonderful people. You can find me here. Mostly I'm a founder here. So I'm usually running long-term stories and involved in short-term stories as well, of which this is one. You can also see me on Bell's channel a lot of the time. As I am a regular, I have a room in the house, so to speak. And we'll probably be involved in Extra Life because I usually am. So yeah, keep an eye on that because it's a fun time to raise money. All right, everybody, please take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time for part 3.